In today's presentation, we'll be diving into business email compromise. We'll go through different types of business email compromise and some mock case studies. We'll also take you through some steps you can take to better protect your business in the future. Before we begin, we have a short disclaimer for you to read, which I'll leave up for a minute. In summary, the content we will cover today is general in nature and does not take into consideration your personal circumstances. Business email compromise scams occur when a cybercriminal impersonates someone you trust to trick you into transferring money to the wrong bank account. These scams are often simple in appearance, but the consequences are serious. So what does it typically look like? Scammers send emails that appear to come from a known or trusted contact, such as an employee or member of senior management, a supplier, a customer, or a service provider. The email may request that you update bank account details or make a payment to a new account, one controlled by the scammer. Business email compromise scams range from basic to highly sophisticated. Some use tailored language and reference real business dealings to make the message seem legitimate. Always stop, check, and reject before paying to a new account or changing bank details. Stop and take a moment to think. Check the request using trusted contact methods, such as a verified phone number listed on their official website or in person. And set up a standard operating procedure within your business to verify new or changing account details. Finally, reject any requests that can't be verified or seem suspicious. Stay alert and protect your business. Scammers use a range of tactics to trick businesses into updating bank details or sending money to the wrong account. Here are 4 common types of business email compromise to watch out for: email impersonation, vendor impersonation, mailbox compromise, and vendor mailbox compromise. Let's take a closer look at each of these and how to protect your business from them. For email impersonation, scammers pose as someone within your organization, often senior employees, using fake email addresses that closely resemble real ones. For example, CEO@company.co versus CEO@company.com. They send urgent requests to update bank details or transfer funds, often referencing real projects or deadlines to appear credible. No accounts are hacked. It's all about tricking the recipient. Always verify payment requests through a trusted channel. Like email impersonation, scammers will also pretend to be a known supplier or service provider, sending emails that look legitimate. They may request updated bank details or send a new invoice for payment. Messages are often tailored to reference real projects or use familiar language to build trust. Always verify changes in payment details directly with your vendor. Here's an example of how easily a business can fall victim to an email impersonation scam. During preparations for a major partnership announcement, scammers targeted CEO Angela, who was publicly visible at the time. They registered a lookalike domain and sent a convincing payment request from a fake email address. Under pressure, the finance manager approved the payment without verifying it. The scam was uncovered the next day in a leadership meeting, highlighting how quickly email impersonation can lead to financial loss. Let's take a closer look. Can you spot anything suspicious? Here's what stands out: urgency in the subject line and body, a slightly altered email address. It was also sent late on a Friday afternoon, a common tactic. New bank account details were also provided. What was missed? The fake email domain went unnoticed. The urgency and secrecy weren't questioned. And the new payee details weren't verified through a trusted method. The key lessons are to always verify payment requests via a trusted contact. Slow down and check the details. Encourage a culture of questioning. There is no harm in double checking. Let's test what you've learnt. What is the safest way to verify a suspicious request from a supplier or an executive? Reply to the email and ask for confirmation. Click the link in the email to check the request. Call the person using a trusted phone number or verify in person. Or forward the email to a colleague for advice. The answer is C. Always call the person using a trusted number you've sourced yourself or verify in person. Never reply to the email or use contact details provided in the message. These may be controlled by the scammer. Okay, next question. Which of the following is a red flag for a business impersonation scam? A request to urgently transfer funds to a new account. An email from a known contact with a casual tone. A calendar invite for a team meeting. Or a thank you email from a vendor. The answer is A. Be alert if someone asks you to transfer funds to a new account. Always verify before acting. Now we're going to look at what can happen when a real employee's email account becomes compromised. Scammers will try to gain access to an internal employee's email account by tricking them into providing their credentials via phishing. Once inside, they observe how the business communicates. They send emails from legitimate account requesting payments, sensitive information, or bank detail changes. Because the email comes from a trusted address, they're hard to spot. Scammers may even set inbox rules to hide replies and avoid detection. Similar to internal compromise, but this time it's your vendor's account that's been hacked. The scammer monitors email threads, they send fraudulent invoices, or requests for updated bank details from the real vendor's account. Often the scam isn't discovered until the vendor follows up on the missing payment. Multiple clients can be affected. Here's an example of how easily a business can fall victim to a vendor compromise. GT Cookies has a long-standing supplier, Baking Supplies, with whom they regularly exchanged emails. After a phishing attack compromised their vendor's email account, scammers used the account to send fake baking details, leading GTs to unknowingly pay the scammer. The email appeared genuine. It came from the real supplier's email address and referenced ongoing orders. Without verifying the change through a trusted contact, GT's finance team processed the payment to the scammer's account. The scam was only discovered weeks later when Baking Supplies followed up on the unpaid invoice. A key takeaway here is even when an email comes from a known contact, always verify changes to payment details through a trusted and independent channel. Let's take a closer look at the scam email. It creates urgency by claiming the invoice is overdue and includes late fees. It arrives late in the day, a tactic to catch employees off guard. It also requests a change to bank account details. GT's Cookies sensed something was off. But instead of calling a trusted number from the supplier's official website, they used the number in the email, which was controlled by the scammer. A key reminder here is everyone is vulnerable to business email compromise. Always verify bank detail changes through a trusted contact and a trusted channel, and ensure staff are trained to spot the red flags. Let's do a quick knowledge check. What is a common sign of internal email compromise in a BEC scam? An employee sends a company-wide holiday greeting. An internal email requests urgent payment to a new vendor account. An employee updates their email signature with a new title. Or a team member shares a calendar invite for a regular meeting. The answer is B. An internal email requests urgent payment to a new vendor account. Next question. What's a common indicator of a vendor email compromise in a BEC scam? The vendor sends a thank you note after payment. The vendor provides new bank account details for future payments. The vendor includes a company logo in their email signature. Or the vendor uses a secure file sharing platform. The answer is B. A familiar vendor sends an invoice with new account details without clearly stating the change. Always verify directly with the vendor using a trusted number before making any payments. Let's have a quick look at how an email account compromise may play out.
This video will show what business email compromise looks like from an attacker's perspective. All characters and entities are fictional, and any similarities with real people or organisations are coincidental. An email inbox is an attractive target for an attacker. There are a number of ways an attacker may gain access to an inbox, but one common way is by tricking someone to click on a link in a phishing email that directs to a fake login page, where their username and password are harvested. Once inside the inbox, an attacker's first action is often reconnaissance, looking for emails to understand normal invoicing processes and any potential outstanding orders or accounts. In this instance, Mike's company has received an order and his customer is chasing an invoice, creating a perfect opportunity for an attacker to disrupt normal invoicing and send out an altered invoice. To do this, they first download a previously sent invoice from his email account to use as a template. Next, they use a free online PDF editor to edit the details of the invoice, aligning it with what the customer would expect to see, such as the order volume, price, and client name. The one difference will be the destination account number, which will be one that the attacker controls. This fake invoice is then saved, and the attacker cleverly inserts it into a pre-existing email thread, making the fact that it isn't genuine difficult to detect. Depending on how well the customer's payment processes are set up to detect a change in payee account details, Mike may miss out on a payment if it instead goes to the attacker. How can you help protect your business? Protect email accounts with long, unique passphrases and multi-factor authentication. Reconsider invoicing alternatives if currently using email. Ensure you have a process to verify any account detail changes, preferably that includes talking to a person you know by ringing a trusted phone number. Talk to your IT service provider about how to protect your domain names. To learn more, visit commbank.com.au/safe.
While this is an animation, a skilled attacker could realistically achieve similar outcomes in the same time frame. Now that you know the key types of business email compromise, you can focus on these 3 areas to reduce the risk of payment fraud: people, process, and technology. Your team is the first line of defense. Ask yourself, do my staff receive regular training on phishing and impersonation? Are they encouraged to verify unusual requests, even from management? Is access to sensitive information limited by role? And have they been encouraged to verify with a second person in the team? Strong internal processes can help prevent scams. Use a multi-step verification for payment or account changes. Ask, was a verbal check done? Did the request come from a usual source? Was a trusted contact number used for confirmation? When making payments, check the PayID alias and ensure the name check response is a match. Document and enforce approval protocols for unusual or high-value transactions. And regularly review vendor and employee contact details to ensure their accuracy. Protect your accounts with strong, unique passphrases and enable multi-factor authentication, or MFA, especially for email. Speak to your IT provider about setting up anti-spoofing protections, and keep devices secure by enabling auto updates, installing reputable antivirus software, and applying software updates promptly. Let's explore some key resources you can go to for assistance and ongoing support. Visit our Scams and Cyber Security Protection for Business Hub for practical guides and prevention tips, the latest CommBank security alerts page with up-to-date scam warnings, the Signal Cyber Hub with easy-to-understand advice for businesses to help you protect your business. CommBank proudly sponsors the Cyber Wardens program for small businesses in partnership with Telstra and the Council of Small Business Organisations Australia. It offers foundational e-learning in cybersecurity, ideal for small businesses or organisations without dedicated IT teams. It's a great starting point to build cyber awareness and strengthen your organisation's defences. If you suspect a scam, act fast. Stop all communications with the suspected scammer immediately. Change your passwords and PINs from a secure device. And contact us urgently using the number on the back of your card. This is time critical. The quicker you report the scam, the quicker we can start the investigation and try to recover your money. Report it and warn others. Tell colleagues, friends, and family. And you can also report to Report Cyber and ScamWatch to help protect the wider community. Thank you for attending today's session. We hope you are leaving with clear, practical guidance. Remember, you're not powerless against cyber threats. Stop if something feels off. Check the source through trusted channels, and reject any unverified or high-pressure requests. By taking a few simple steps, you can better protect your business from email compromise. Need more information? Head to our CommBank Safe website at commbank.com.au/safe.